Hello, my name is Prince Yemi Kasali. I'll quickly be taking you through how to trade on RoyalQ accounts, making use of manual trading. What we call manual trading is not exactly as manual as we think, but at least this is what we call manual trading in RoyalQ. If you want to do an automated trading, you have to sync with someone. I already have a video on that, on how to sync with someone directly. That means when you sync with someone, it simply means you are not doing anything. It's just the person doing the trade. So now when it comes to manual trading, you need to come to quantitative. Then on the quantitative, you have to choose the coin which you want to trade with, the coin which you'll be buying. To buy a coin, you just need to search in here. You just need to search, or you type in the coin. For example, Bitcoin, okay, BTC. So this is the coin. This is the coin. Then you click on it. Then you start doing some settings. Now when it comes to settings, there are lots of things you need to take note, but you have to come and set the down place first before you think of setting any other thing. Now you come to this trade settings. It's what you'll be setting first. The first one is the first buy account. The first buy-in account means the amount you want the system to buy for you first. That means what it will be buying first for you. That is $10 here. You can put it as $20. You can put it as $30, depending on the capital. But I want you to understand that there are a lot of mathematics here. If you are not so sure of your coin and you want your coin to keep moving into the deep, that means you keep expecting the coin to keep buying whenever the coin is going deep, then you need to understand that, oh, how many deep am I buying? If I'm going to buy 10 deep, how many, what is the cost of each deep? Is it going to be $13? So if it is going to be $13 across the deep, you need to understand that what you'll be starting here with will be $10, so that when it goes down, it keeps buying. So when it goes 9 deep down, it buys $13, and that makes an accumulation of $100. So if it's going to buy 10 deep, that makes an accumulation of $110. So you have to do the mathematics before you know what you'll be starting with. So let's start with $10 here. The next thing here is to open a double position. That means open position doubled. That means the $10 here will be doubled. That means it will be times 2. Whatever you put at the top here will be times 2. So we are not doing that. Most of the time it's not really good to do that, because you are doing it on a calculation. You are doing it on changing the marginal call or the marginal price, as in to change the average price of what you're buying. So it will also affect it. For example, if you double this, that is $20. If you are buying $10 more when it goes deeper, and when you are buying, the first buy is $10 and you are buying $10 more when it is going deeper, it's going to give you different mathematics, different calculations. So note that before you double it. Then the next one is the marginal call limit. That is where the business starts. So how many deep do you think you want to secure yourself with? How many deep do you think you want to secure yourself with? I want to secure myself with 20 deep. That means even when it is going 20 times deep, I will still be buying. So if it is going to go 8 times deep, I will still be buying, depending on you. But I always want people to think of 15 to 20 deep. So that makes it interesting. But that means you're going to be budgeting one coin for about $200. One coin for about $200. It is always good to be secured. But at the same time, some people feel like instead of me being secured on one coin, why don't I get secured on 2 coins? So instead of me to think of going 15 deep, or 20 deep, why don't I do 10 deep on 2 coins? So depending on what you think and how good you think those coins would do. So that is it. But on a good day, if you're on 20 deep, it simply means most of the time you will still be earning, because most coins goes that deep, that's just 20%, 25% deep. Maximum you can always see 30%, but in a very rare case, it goes not less than not more than 20% deep. Most of the time it doesn't really go that long. So that's that. So let's set this to be 20 just for this tutorial. Then this is old position taking profit. That means how much do you what profit are you foreseeing? In RoyalQ, we are doing short tradings most of the time, so you don't have to look into that huge profit, in exception of if you're doing one shot. One shot, we'll talk about that. We have one shot, we have cycle. Here you're expecting it to buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. So we are expecting that, if it is 1.3%, let it take my profit and buy another one again, then let it take my profit, buy another one again. So most of the time your profit should not be more than 3% in terms of percentage, but most people use between 1.1% and 2%. 1.1% and 2% most of the time, but I always want to stay in between, and 1.5. I always want to stay in between, but if I'm doing a cycle, I love taking 1.3. Maybe I see a lot of professionals using 1.3. So that's that. So then the next one is all position take profit callback. Yeah, this is another one you need to note. Depending on what you want, it simply means that the first one is 1.5% take my profit, but the system will not take your profit at 1.5%. It will only tell the system that, anytime from now I'm taking my profit. That's what it tells the system. Anytime from now I'm going to take my profit. So when the system keeps going up, that means the profit keeps going up, it leaves it keeps watching. But immediately the profit starts coming down again, then it takes the profit at this point. So when there is 0.3 down, it will take the profit. Assuming I want to take my profit at 1.5. So immediately it starts going up, it got to 2%, and the system starts coming down again by 0.3. That means I'm now on 1.7%, then it takes your profit. So that is what this is all about. So it now depends on you. Some people would put it like 0.1. That means immediately start thinking of coming down, take my profits. For me, that is 0.1. Immediately it start thinking of coming down, take my profits. But some people feel like, let's put it to 0.3. Because it might come to 0.1 and still go back again. It might come down 0.2 and still try to go down again. So there might be fluctuations. Some people would leave it at 0.3 to allow more fun. Fluctuations. But some people feel like, it's a cycle. If it gives me this profit on time, it will start again and give me another profit. Then another thing we need to look into, which is the first one. This is it. This is the call margins. That means the call margins. That means, you said it should buy 20 times when it is going down. So what are the instructions you are given it? How are you expecting it to buy? Number one, you need to know the percentage here simply means when it is 1% down, it's going to buy another one. When it is 2% down, it's going to buy another one, depending on what you're setting. So what are you setting here? Most of the time, some people will give it about 2, 3, depending on what they want. But on my own particular, my own mathematics is, I don't want this thing to go down at all. So quickly attack it when it is trying to go down. So I'll put it 1% or 1% down. And that is the least we can put. Those days we used to put when it is 0.5%, but the system is not allowing us to set anything that is less than 1. So you can do it 1.1, 1.2, 3%, 5%, whatever percentage you want. But what I'm thinking is, if we are putting above 3%, that means we want to trade more coins, and we feel like, let's allow this, don't let it just pass that. But if I really want to tackle it, I don't want it to go down at all. I don't want it to go down at all. It simply means when it is 1% down, I should buy another one. That means it splits it. It shortens that percentage. Then at the same time, I want to take more profits. If I'm playing on $10, $10 will not give me enough of what I want most of the time. So I wanted to buy more so that my percentage will be on something more reasonable instead of me just on $10. So it quickly buys more. To attack, two things are happening here. The psychological thing is this. Number one, you are attacking the coin. You don't want it to go down. So immediately it is 1% down, I buy more. So that means immediately you buy more, it will give you about maybe 0.5%, then it can quickly take the profit. Then secondly is I have the intention of even making sure that it is not only $10 that is earning me something. I want it to be $20. So that means when I buy one more, it is $20. When I buy another one, it is $30. So when my profit is coming, it is coming on the numbers of coin that is on board. So that is the aspect that we should also look into. Then the numbers of times also depend on what you are having. You can decide to make it 2. So if I'm starting with $10 and I make this place 2, it simply means it's going to buy $20. If I make it 3, it simply means it's going to buy $30 and so on. So, but here, it depends on the mathematics you want. Some people, if you have good money, you always want to double. Like JD Winners will always double what we have on board. For example, we have $10, so it will buy 1, so making it, splitting it into 2. That means buying exactly what we have. Then the second buy would be 2. That means we already have 2 there. So this 2 plus 1 plus the first one is 4. So the second one will now be 4 and so on. So he always tries to double what we have on ground so that it can split the average cost to 2. But note that JD Winners is not using 1%. JD Winners, I think the first one it starts with is about 3-point-something%. So it gives it time. That is why most of the time JD Winners coin do not activate very fast, but they are more secured. They are more secured. You will not be spending too much money on it. Sometimes you just wonder, I'm getting something cents. It is because JD Winners are designed it such that it doesn't buy much on time. So most of the time you might just be trading with $10 or maybe $30 thereabouts. So most of the time, most of your coins are always on reserve, in exception of if the market is very, very down. So that's that. So on my own settings, I love to attack very fast. So I take it 1-1, or you can decide to make these maybe 1.1. Yes, I think that was what I used. 1.2, 1.3, 1.4. Now here is something that you need to know. Whatever marginal call you're trying to do, note that after the first 4 will be make all. That means will be make 1. But after the first call, there is something we call sub. Sub simply means it will be buying differently and selling differently. So after this 4, and I want it to come to this 5, I want there to be a little break. I want it to be a little bit reserved before it goes to the one that will be buying separately. So then I want to make this place 2%. or you want to make it 3%, so that it takes twice before it comes to buy differently. Because whatever it buys from here, from the fifth call down, will be treated separately. I'll come to that later, but I'm just hinting you. I'll show you the button later. So that's that, and so I make these ones 1, or depending on what you have, 1.1. Okay, but it depends on what you have, but you know you cannot buy 120 times. So let's take these ones to be 1. So I'm doing this to be 1. Okay. I'm almost through. So that's that. So like we said, we are attacking, but you know, from here, the reason why I don't bother myself is from the fifth call, it will be treating them separately. It is just like I purchased a bag for $10 and the bag keeps going down. It went down to $9. I buy another one, so making me to have purchased 2 bags for just $19. So it went down again to $8. I buy another one. That means, and when I buy, after the 4th time I buy, I added all the 5 bags, you know, 1, then it keeps going down about 4 times. So I purchased those 4 times differently. Then I added everything together. Now divide by 5 to know what really I purchased each one of it. You know, I'm trying to get the mean, the average of the 5 to know how much they cost, so as to know what to add as profit. But immediately I purchase those ones, it keeps going down. So I now buy differently and start selling them differently according to the price I purchased them. So that is what it means. So here I'll click confirm. So then I move to the next thing. Buy in callback. Okay, let me omit that. Don't let me do something wrong. It went off me now. Okay, distribute and take profit allocate. Okay, distributed. Okay, now what this place means is this. What profit are you going to take for all other coins that is buying from 5 downwards? That means, you know, I told you the first 4 plus the first one you buy, it makes it 1. And check at the average for those 5 purchases, and set your profit on the average of the 5 of them. But anything after the 5th call, anything after the 4th call, so it will start buying them separately and sell them separately, and you know, sell them separately. So in these positions, what are the profits you want to be taking? On the 5th call, on the 5th buy, sub buy, how much profit are you taking? Are you going to take exactly what you're taking on the others, like 1.5? But it's better to, because the coin is going down, so you want to limit. You don't want it to be the same price with the one at the top, because you know the coins are already going down. So for them to pick up might take a longer period. So you might put in 1.1, 1.1 or 1.2 or 1.3, depending on what you want, or you might leave them as 1%. Just take 1% each. Okay, then this one also says that when are you taking the profit? Taking profit simply means when all those new ones that you are buying from the 5th call, when they go down, how much down do you want them to go after? You know, when we set them, they are 1.1, 1.1. The system will not take them when it is 1.1. It will allow them to keep going. So, but when it wants to go down, what percentage are you picking when they are going down? Let's put it to be 1. We save this. Then that is our settings. Then before we go, then we look at the strategy. The strategy says all warehouse mode, means everything all together to the 28th, to the 20 level, to the 28th level, are we to make it 1 and sell once? That means we are going to look at the average cost for all of them and sell as 1. Or the second one says that, okay, when after 5, after the first 4, from 5 downwards, we'll do it separately, make the profit, then now add to the first 4 to also cut the percentage profit. So that means after we've gotten our profit, it will now be added to the first 4 calls. That means the first 5 sections. You know, we are buying 1, then it buys 4 times down, making 5. So the profit will now be added to it. Then it also reduces the average cost price for it to now take profit. So simply means you only be taking profit when you sold everything. Then this one is what I usually choose. It simply means it will treat the first 4, including the first buy and the first 4 calls together as 1, and it will treat others separately. So even when the coin is still bad and does not rise to that top, all those ones is buying in the dip will be making profit for you in the dip, and you'll be seeing your earnings on your Binance. So I always want to take that one. Then we talk about cycle and one shot. It's on one shot now, but if you want it to be on cycle, you click this. So, and this one, if you want it to be on one shot, you click again. So that is that. So one shot simply means when it buys 1 and this transaction has given you your profit, it should not buy again. But cycle simply means that, oh, I've done my mathematics. Let it keep going up and down. Let it keep buying for me. So when it buys, it sells, it buys again, it sells, it buys again. So you can leave your system for a long while, and you can drop your phone anywhere and your profit is still going on. So I think that's that. Then what else? Oh, there is something. Okay, yeah. This is the buying price. That means what price, if you are so conversant with Bitcoin, with cryptocurrency, you want it to buy the coin when it's exactly on a particular price. So you come in here, you type in the price you want it to buy. You type in the price, then you click confirm. So that means it will be buying at that price. But if you do not put anything here, it will be buying at the current market price. So what else do I need to show you here? I need to show you, okay, stop marginal call. Stop marginal call is, okay, you don't want it to buy in the dip again, so you can just stop it. So then click confirm, so it will stop marginal call. That means when it is going deep, don't buy again. Then when you want to like on it back, you just come in here and put it on. So that's that. Then we have this button to sell. Assuming you want to sell manually, you want to sell a coin manually, you don't want to wait again till it attains that profit. You come in here. Then when you want to buy more manually, assuming you have reached all your marginal call, or maybe you did not set a marginal call at the beginning, but you want to buy more to replenish the coin, you come in here and buy. So I think that's all. I'm not having extra USDT on my account right now. Otherwise, I would have just clicked start and it starts the trade. So my trade would be activated immediately. So I think this is cool on how to set our trade. I think that is cool on how to set our trade. I stopped marginal call here. I think let me see if I can. None of them is going very low before I stopped them. So okay, none of them is going very low before I stop them. So I think this is all about doing your own buying, setting your own marginal call, making use of RoyalQ. Thank you very much. My name remains Prince Emi Kasali.